What if I told you that the secret to truly impressing a woman isn't in approaching her, but in how you carry yourself, how you think, and how you influence the world around you? That in the quietest moments of your life, you could become the kind of person women are naturally drawn to. Not because you chase, but because you radiate something they can't help but notice. Introduction: the power of subtlety and presence. Today, I want to share with you something profound. Most people think impressing someone, particularly women, requires a flashy entrance, a confident, over-the-top approach, or some kind of magic trick to grab attention. But that's not the secret. In fact, trying too hard is the very thing that can push people away. What I'm about to talk about is a deeper, more subtle art of attraction. It's about how you present yourself to the world and the energy you carry, and how understanding a few core principles of psychology and philosophy can help you naturally become someone others want to be around, without ever having to approach or force anything. Body: the psychology and philosophy behind attraction. Authenticity and self-confidence. The power of being real. Let's start with one of the most powerful psychological principles: authenticity. Women, like anyone else, are drawn to people who are genuine. No one wants to feel like they're the subject of a performance. When you embrace who you truly are, flaws and all, you become magnetically attractive. Philosophically, this echoes the teachings of Socrates, who said, "Know thyself." When you are aware of your strengths, weaknesses, and values, you naturally project an aura of confidence. You're no longer seeking validation from others. You're simply being who you are. Confidence isn't about pretending to be perfect. It's about accepting yourself as you are and letting others see that. Psychologically, people have a deep respect for those who don't try to fit into boxes. And when you're not trying to impress, you become naturally impressive. Your self-assurance speaks louder than words ever could. Presence and charisma, drawing people in without saying a word. Have you ever noticed how some people don't have to say much to grab attention? There's an energy about them, a charisma that seems to pull people toward them. This isn't about being overly talkative or making grand gestures. It's about presence. In psychology, this is often referred to as social presence, the ability to be fully engaged in the moment without needing external validation. Philosophically, this aligns with the idea of Zen, where stillness and inner peace are sources of power. Think of someone who walks into a room and doesn't need to announce their arrival. They command attention just by being. This is a quality that women find particularly attractive because it signals emotional maturity and self-sufficiency. Two things that make someone feel secure and safe: purpose and passion. Living with meaning. One of the most irresistible qualities someone can possess is a sense of purpose. When you live life with passion, not as a passive observer, but as an active creator, it's like a light shining in the dark. Philosophers like Nietzsche and Kierkegaard often talked about the importance of living authentically and creating a life that matters. Psychologically, people are drawn to those who have a deep sense of purpose because it signals to them that you are capable and self-driven. Two qualities that are undeniably attractive, whether it's your career, your hobbies, or your vision for life. When you're deeply invested in something, it's contagious. Women don't want to feel like they're part of a story. They want to feel like they're supporting a narrative. So focus on building something that matters to you, and the rest will follow. Emotional intelligence. Understanding and connecting on a deeper level. A critical psychological factor in attraction is emotional intelligence, EQ. The ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions in a healthy way, while also understanding others. Women are naturally drawn to men who are emotionally available, who can handle their own emotions and empathize with others. Philosophically, this ties into the concept of stoicism, not in the sense of suppressing emotions, but in understanding and regulating them. The Stoics believe that control over one's emotions is not about denial, but about insight and perspective. When you develop this, you're not just engaging with the surface of a person. You're connecting with them on a deeper level, making them feel seen and understood. Emotional depth is magnetic because it fosters security, trust, and authenticity, all of which are crucial in building genuine attraction. The quiet power of generosity. Giving without expectation. Here's a final piece of the puzzle: generosity. Psychologically, people are drawn to those who give without expecting anything in return. But this doesn't mean just material gifts. It means your time, attention, and energy. Philosophically, this mirrors the teachings of Buddhism. To give selflessly creates an energy that attracts positive interactions. Women are naturally attracted to men who can be generous in their time and attention. People who are willing to listen, to offer help, or to simply share a smile or a laugh. This selflessness communicates an emotional richness that makes you more appealing. Conclusion: the quiet yet powerful path to attraction. In the end, impressing a woman without ever directly approaching her boils down to one key idea. Become the kind of person who doesn't need to try to impress. Focus on building self-confidence, developing a sense of purpose, mastering emotional intelligence, and cultivating authenticity. When you do this, the right people will naturally gravitate toward you. Remember, attraction isn't about effort. It's about becoming a magnet by aligning your actions, thoughts, and energy with the best version of yourself. When you embody these qualities, you'll find that women don't need to be approached. They'll be drawn to you because of the quiet power you carry. Thank you